Well, Zach, for you, obviously, tight end, receiver, kind of the question marks, at least on the outside. What do you kind of look at this next month that you want to get accomplished as an offense before you play Troy?
I think the biggest things as an offense through fall camp, number one, fundamentals, and really getting those guys in their position-specific, fundamentals, so they can take those and play faster, play more confident, and win football games. And, so fall camp's all about fundamentals. As an offense, we want to be very physical. We want to be tough, and so just ingraining the grind of fall camp, and then the attention to details. Our offense is very detail oriented, and so they need to know the ins and the outs of each play and be good with all our shifts and motions and whatever we're asking them to do within a play. So we want to be prepared, and at the end of the day, we want to be able to play fast and confident. But the physical piece is going to be a big portion of the offense.
Fourth down last year, you guys were literally dead last in the FBS. And I know Harsin said a lot of it was the year before he saw when you guys converted, you scored, so you guys were a little more aggressive maybe. But how do you guys look at fourth down, and was it just a small thing here and there, or did you guys see something? Because obviously that's not conducive to winning on the 3 for 17 probably.
Right, yeah, no, it was a stat that kind of blew everybody's mind, with how inefficient we were. And we looked at it in the off season and how we game plan, how we can get better at preparing for those moments, and whether it's in practice or whether it's us as coaches in the meeting rooms, taking the time and more time towards situations like that. So you look at that cut up in the off season, and obviously there's some outliers in there and some situational things that you're like, I get it. But with the mass, obviously that was a pretty poor number. But we got to be better, and that's in those situations. And fourth down was something we did in spring a lot more as an emphasis. And had those situations in practice where we, put something on the line, as a last play, fourth down for gassers or something like that. And so that was a big emphasis for us, and it will continue to be.
You think, when you think about that, and you think about the points per game, and maybe just some of the other stats on offense, yards per carry was a little down. Do you feel like you guys still went 11-3? Do you still feel like it's got to be exciting, I guess, or encouraging, knowing that there's so much area on offense you guys can improve on?
Sure. The interesting thing about stats is that there's always going to be some that are good and some that are bad, and obviously you're trying to improve everything. Obviously our turnovers were way down, and us controlling the football, and third downs were up. So that projected us into winning football games, and that, again, that was last year, and every year is different. But we're looking at, at Boise State, we got to be able to run the football and run it effectively. And so having our linemen back and having our main two running backs healthy going into fall camp, we're very excited about. And that's another big area where we want to focus on it in fall camp, is the run game and inside zone and power and whatever else we're going to do.
You look at what you lost in terms of the passing game. Are you confident that you don't know where yet, but it's going to come from somewhere? Do you feel like you guys have the bodies to replace Seth and Jake?
Yeah, we do. It's going to be up to them and us as coaches to be able to get them to the point where they're ready to play in football games and be able to function in our offense. But obviously losing Seth, there's a ton of production there. But now you've got the guys that are coming back, the monsters, the AJs, those type of guys. And then you're adding John Hightower, and you're adding some of those freshmen that have some speed, and then in fall camp, where I think we're all excited to kind of see what that group is, and who are the guys that progress the quickest, and who can we get on the field, and who's ready to catch balls and score touchdowns.
For a second year calling the plays and having just the whole offensive staff back, I think it's the first time under Hardest it's happened where everyone's back in the same role. What's that going to do for the offense?
Yeah, it's big. It was big through spring ball and just being on the same page. We're able to have conversations and moving forward in some detailed things of game planning or how we're handling practices, instead of taking a step back and having to coach the coaches and here's how we do this and here's how we do that. We can have some higher level conversations and progress, as coaches. So the communication is really good with our staff. We all get along, and it's a fun group to be with. So I'm very lucky as a coordinator.
And last thing, just about Brett, just a senior quarterback, his fourth year starting. How do you see him kind of approaching this year? What do you want to see out of him before you play Troy? And just to obviously some last year just being an odd year. How do you look at him kind of wanting to cement that legacy as a senior?
Yeah, we want to see great consistency out of Brett, making good decisions, taking care of the football, the general stuff for being a great quarterback and a senior quarterback, but then taking that next step too in his leadership. I think he's got great confidence going into this year. He's physically and mentally, ready for the season and fall camp. I think we're going to see that, progress in games. But the next step with his leadership being, creating some energy for the offense. Handling the ups and the downs and the adversity that hits in the game, and being able to flush that stuff and be more consistent with what he does. But the energy, the attitude, the feeling our offense has can kind of be propelled a little bit through that quarterback. And Brett's got to continue to take that step up and give our guys some energy.